So I realized today that I haven't done anything um, to be a part of this pagan challenge. So I thought today I'd take a minute to talk about my take on the on the wheel of the year. So I can kind of jump in with the pagan challenge and maybe see if I can get any feedback and conversation going. Um, so my take on the wheel of the year. Here where I live, we definitely have our seasons, although it's unseasonably warm here right now. We have had some cold weather this winter. Um, so it's easy to make yourself a part of the seasonal changes and everything by observing the wheel of the year. Um, in my coven and for my personal work, we do different things through the wheel of the year. For instance, with Imbolc coming up, we'll be dedicating ourselves to different deities and different works, and we'll stick with those dedications through the upcoming year. And then when Samhain comes back around, it'll be a time of rest and reflection, thinking about how your work has went and the benefits of it and things you could have done better, how it's affected you and everything. So a big part of it is personal work with what you're doing at the time. I think having it coincide with the wheel of the year, with the outer wheel of the year, what's going on in nature, increases your chances of success with what you're doing. Now, I'm not saying that sticking with what we call our great work through the whole wheel of the year is all that I do. I do have personal spells and things that happen through the entire course of the year that may not coincide with the wheel of the year. But that's kind of on a different level. So that's basically my take on the wheel of the year. It's an inner and outer work, and it's not only what goes on observing and celebrating what's going on in nature. It's also times to do different inner works and things like that. So something that I'm wondering about is people who live in climates where there isn't very much seasonal change. I've never experienced that really. I mean, I've lived in climates where there wasn't much change. Although I lived in Texas for a while, and I remember there being a definite difference between winter and summer in the part of Texas that I lived in. But in places where there aren't very much seasonal change, I'm wondering if do the plants behave the same? Do perennials and annuals do the same thing? Are annuals around for the entire year? Do you have to replant them? And also I'm wondering about animals. Do they behave the same throughout the entire year? I suppose they might, but I'm just interested in hearing how that goes from people who live in climates that don't change very much. So I guess that's it for today. Happy Imbolc, and have a good day. Bye.